Bite Dental, 2010, June 28th. Yep, so it's been going for 3 years now. We brought it off an existing dentist. It was a very quiet, retiring practice, I think is probably the way you put it. So he was doing 3 half days a week. And it was sort of, let's try and build this practice up. So we brought a diamond in the rough is what we're looking at. Chaos, one word. Huge capital investments going in. So the money drain was absolutely phenomenal. There were systems starting to be evolved, there were plans of attack, we were trying to make things work, coming back on ourselves, restarting, reinventing the wheel on a day-to-day basis. Chaos would be the word after 1 year. I was staying at work probably till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock every night. We've got 2 young kids. I was here at work 7 o'clock every morning. I was working Saturdays, I was in here on Sundays. Very little time to spend with the family. So it was not conducive to family life is probably the way to put it. Very unbalanced. Quite difficult actually, because the coaching actually made more work at the start. And I'm not going to beat around the bush there. It actually made me step back, take time out and really assess what we were doing. And that took a lot of work and effort and time, and it was not just something that occurred. So it was a lot of groundwork, a lot of slugging it out, and the hours probably didn't decrease for those first 6 months. But looking back on the 2-3 years that we've done with it, yeah, we are way better off for having invested that time. I now get home at 6 o'clock every night. I come to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I walk my kids to school every day, and I have dinner with them every night, and bath them, shower them, feed them, read them a story for bed. We've got the weekends free. So the difference is absolutely phenomenal, but it wasn't just something where you get a coach in and they do it for you. That's so far from the truth, it's not funny. If you're stressed and tired before you get a coach, you're going to be worse off for a little while afterwards there as well. But the rewards at the end after that are absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. Systems, systems, systems. And knowing the numbers, absolutely knowing the numbers. To me, it took me probably a year to actually know what KPI stood for. Knowing what a profit and loss balance sheet in a balance sheet looks like. Knowing how much staffing costs were each month. Knowing what stock costs were. Knowing all these little breakdowns that actually eventually ended up how much I'm getting paid for my time. I'd hate to think what my hourly rate was for my first year of business. It would have been $3 an hour. In the 3 years that we've been going now, we've almost doubled the turnover and doubled the profit in the practice. So we've got 2 practitioners full time now, where we had 1 practitioner doing 4 days a week when we started. So absolutely huge turnover in business, just by sticking to the simple principles that were put out. All stuff that I know, but it's someone who showed me to do it and made me accountable to actually go and do it. That's the key, because my coach had no dentistry experience, nothing involved with dentistry at all, or health, yet he achieved these results for me by showing me the paths of just questions. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? So you go and do it, and it works. Business is confidence. If you don't have the confidence to go out and do it, you're not going to succeed. To actually have that confidence to get off your ass and not compare yourself to Joe Blow average, the sky's the limit. But it's getting that confidence is quite hard to get to achieve that, and that's what the coach really worked on with at the start there. As a dentist, you put your shingle up on the front door and patients should come to you. You shouldn't have to go and look for patients. There's a big mindset that you're not good enough if you go scouting for patients. But if they don't come to you and you go bankrupt, you're not good enough to treat anyone. So we've been on our 5th holiday for this year, and we're now in, what, July? I mean, that's awesome. Not long holidays, 4 or 5 day weekends. We've been to Vanuatu, we're off to New Zealand, we've been to Byron twice, we've been to Coffs Harbour. I mean, these are all 5 day, where, yeah, 3 years ago, I think I worked for 2 years straight without a weekend. It's a big difference, big difference. How? I don't think it's how, I think it's vital. I think you can't not have a coach. If you want to do the same thing in business every year and basically relive your first year of business every year for the rest of your working life, don't get a coach. If you want to grow your business and pretty much let other people run it for you so you do the things you enjoy, get a coach. It's simple and it will work and you will enjoy it. but it's hard work at the start. I don't think it's easy. If you're not committed to doing and working and actually achieving those goals, you're not going to achieve it. The coach will steer you in the right direction and show you how to achieve it, but you've got to get off your ass and do it. So, yeah, for me, running a business without some form of coach to show you the methods to do it, you're not going to succeed. You may pass and make a living, but you're not going to succeed. Go for it. Get a coach, do it.